What's up, guys? It's Jason. It's Mother's Day, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about what we do with tomahawks. Kroger had tomahawks on sale, so rather than just getting regular ribeyes, decided to go ahead and go with this. This is a 3.5 pound tomahawk that I got for 22 bucks. And if you were to get that in a couple ribeyes, it'd probably cost twice that much. But anyway, so we're gonna have a little fun with this. The big thing you wanna make sure of is that you salt this big piece of meat liberally. Now I use a Himalayan pink salt. You can get it at Costco if you're into that, but you can get it just about anywhere. Or if you just wanna go with regular kosher salt, it's probably a good grind on there. You want something a little bit thicker so that it sits onto the surface of the steak pretty well. As I said, you're doing this liberally because this thing's about 3 inches thick. Or is it 4 inches, Joyce? Anyway, just get it nice and. Typically, you want to do this overnight. Let it sit, because what this will do, for what we're fixing to do, is let it hold in that moisture. Because we're gonna vacuum seal this, and then we're gonna put it in the sous vide machine. So, just to kind of give you an idea, what I typically do, rather than having a vacuum sealer, is just use a large Ziploc bag. Now, here's the beauty of the Ziploc. If you do it right, and I'm hoping that I do, what we're going to do is we're going to leave just a little bit of room right here on the edge, and I'll show you why. Come here. All right. So I've got the sous vide machine set at 129 degrees. And what I'm going to do is, as I drop this in, I'm just slowly going to let it sit and sit and sit and sit until it's all the way down and just barely the edge is there. And I'm just going to pop it. And it drops to the ground. That way it's completely immersed, because sous vide means immersion. It's immersion circulator. What this does is it's going to circulate the water at 129 degrees. And why that's important is we can have this in here for a couple of hours coming up to temperature. Then when we go out, we're going to put it on the big green egg at about 750 degrees and sear it on both sides to get that those sugars developed in there. We'll dry it off once we get it out. I'll kind of show you that if we get a chance, but you dry it off. You're going to salt and pepper it, or whatever your favorite steak seasoning is. Get it on both sides, nice good sear, so you get that caramelization, and then you can go to town with it. So we'll take a look at it here in a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like after. All right, guys, so we had it in the sous vide bath. Let me show you this. So this is the tomahawk after 2 hours of being in the sous vide at 129. The internal temperature is right around 126. But as we sear this, it's going to pull it back up. We want that thing around 130 to make sure that it hits rare to medium rare. So I've got the fire going at about 600 degrees. Got a couple of tenderloins as well we're going to throw on for good measure, because my wife likes tenderloins better than ribeyes. So we got those at Central Market today. Now I'm going to lay that sucker on real nice and tight. Tenderloins. We'll set it back down. Give it about 2 minutes, and then we'll flip it, and then we'll flip it again. I'll show you. Essentially, what you want to do whenever you're searing a steak is to do a quarter turn every time you flip it. So if you're coming in like this, let's say you're dropping it like this, when you flip it, you want to flip it like this. And then when you flip it again, you flip it over and it'll come back down to this side. And what that does is it turns it to where you're getting a different angle on it. That's what causes that diamond shape that you see. So come back and I'll show you what it looks like after we've had it in for about 5 minutes. All right, so now we're going to give it this last little shake. You're going to watch. Basically, we're in that second side. Now, this thing's going to go for about maybe 2 more minutes on each side. Well, not on each side, but on that side, and she'll be done. We'll pull it off. I'll show you how to slice it, we're good to go. All right, guys, so we did our 4 turns and got this off the grill fairly quickly. But I did want to show you something, and can I bring it in here, hon? So this is that cross hatching I was talking about. Whenever you do those quarter turns, it cross hatches it. Now, that's called the Maillard effect right there. That caramelization, that's what that causes. But I wanted to show you both. This was one that was done without a sous vide, okay? And this was done with a sous vide. So I'm just gonna do a quick cut in here just so you can see it. Typically I wouldn't cut it like this, but I want you guys to see kind of what happens. Okay, as you see here, this is pink all the way up to the edge. All the way to the edge. You see that? Okay, that's what we want. Now this is a tenderloin. Now it's pretty good, but it has a little bit more browning you can see along the edge here, rather than being tip to tip, which this one is. It's tip to tip. And that's why we sous vide. You get the full rare, medium rare of the steak itself. Medium rare is the most appropriate for a steak because it allows the juiciness of the steak to remain, but still make it edible for you and safe. So I encourage you guys, if you haven't gotten a sous vide or you're thinking about getting one, it's definitely a good way to do. There's also a way of doing it with reverse sear. So if you don't have an immersion circulator, try getting a video about reverse searing your steaks. And that's a really good way to do it as well, so you can get that really nice medium rare edge to edge. Hope you enjoy it, guys. And just remember, hey, this Thursday, 3 p.m., we've got Owl's Nest Cafe coming in, and then we've got a lot more coming up this Saturday on, let's see, is it 1 to 3 p.m. we have National Pizza Party Day, and so we're going to be giving away. She's like, what are you doing with this?
Swinging the knife.
So we're going to be giving away free pizzas to you guys. So I encourage you, please come up and see me. From 1 to 3 p.m., JOCO Eats and Drinks, we're giving away free pizzas to you as you come through. So come see us, and you guys have an incredible week.
Where's it at?
Papa Murphy's.
Okay.
Did I not say Papa Murphy's? I'll put it in the notes. I'm going to eat now.